let's talk about the Iron Warriors. Did you like
They were an
Zelasco
interesting
as an
bunch.
antagonist? Weren't they though? Um, were they well utilized in this book? Were they good antagonists? Did you like them?
Um, I mean, I think that Blot, he was interesting. He was the very stereotypical, overly arrogant, siege warfare Iron Warrior. It's like,
Hmm.
and he was the guy who like he enjoyed too much playing with his food. If he had just killed them
Right.
outright, he'd still be alive at the end. But no, he wanted to play, and it wasn't until it was too late that he was like, "Okay, now I have to get serious." Well, now it's too late. They're not trapped in
Right.
here with you. You're trapped in here with them. What has come down to.
Well, and when he talked about the labyrinth, I was like, oh yeah, okay, that's a nice callback to
You guys like
you know.
doing that, don't you?
Well, it's also that was more labyrinthine, right? I liked the idea of that whole like, yeah, this is how we'll trap these humans, and look how they're doing this, and look how they're doing this. Like he was a good strategist, and he had a
Yeah.
great mind for
Honestly,
it. Yes,
so it kind of made me think of with the labyrinth, how he gets them in there and how you guys can't leave. Reminds me a lot of actually, there is a carnivorous plant that does that. It attracts a certain insect in there, and once they get in, there's a maze and they cannot get back out.
yep. It is very clever, very fun. I think my complaint. So I liked Zelasco too. I liked
Mm.
Zelasco. I thought he was good. Yes, I'm very partial to the Iron Warriors. They are my homeboys. But my complaint with them was that they didn't feel like a super big challenge when it actually came time to fight them. They just kind of felt like they were just
Well,
like your average super soldier,
but I think
like an irritant, really.
so. I think that's because we had Blot, who was like playing with his food and was
He was
over,
definitely arrogant.
overly arrogant and
Did
overly
not
confident.
take them seriously.
Right. And then you had a Matebo who was possessed by a demon. And to be fair, it took a death strike to kill him. So,
To be fair, but
and
that
took
was
out
such a
Zeev
letdown
and everybody
too.
else at the same time.
That was such a letdown too, though, because all of a sudden, like we kind of knew that that's what was going on. We knew that there was something going on there, like with the demon. And when he comes out and he's just like, "My challenge," and I was like, oh, okay, so that's now two Iron Warriors that we have dealt with in a somewhat, not saying that the loss of life wasn't bad, but like a somewhat super easy, barely an inconvenience for the Tempestus Scions, who've already made peace with killing a lot of the Imperial Guard on this planet. Um, I don't know. Like, I guess I expected an Iron Warrior, and I understand they're Tempestus Scions. They are badasses. But a traitor Astartes. Okay, so for those of people who have read the Gaunt's Ghost series, my favorite book is, well, my second favorite book is actually the one when they're on Garyon. The first one, I think it's Only in Death. There is a scene in that book that I do not like. There's like a group of Chaos Marines that come in there, and a bunch of guardsmen and native tribesmen are able to kill the traitor Marines, and it always kind of felt a little OP.
Right. No, I
This
mean,
time
I
around,
get
they had
that.
that.
But Zalesko, we also had that, but Regiment of the Imperial Guard probably softened him up just a little bit.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
So, and he ended up taking out like most of the Scions in the end. He took out, Traxel and Tebi barely made it. Norrell barely made it. So it was not like an easy fight, to say the
Right.
least.
That was the most challenging one. Um I forgot that he just kills everybody pretty much. I forgot that was also where I remember him killing. Like, I liked he killed Traxel. Okay, sorry, I didn't like that he killed Traxel. You know what I mean?
Yes, I
God,
do.
that sounded so weird the way I said that. When I
It
was
was
like, I
a
like that Traxel died.
fitting way for Traxel to go
It was
in a
such
way.
a fitting way for him to go, and he goes out like a badass. And Norrell, like everybody, it was the ones before that it just didn't feel. I don't know. It didn't feel like the challenge that I guess I was expecting it to. Although I guess you're right. We probably can just write everything off, right? As just, oh well, this guy was arrogant. That
And it was
I
just
just feel like I'm killing my Iron Warriors, you guys.
and it was just 3 of them.
Don't kill my Iron Warriors.
Now I know that the whole premise of Space Marine 2 is that you get 3, right? You go off and kill all these Tyranids and everything.
Men.
But that's also 3 loyalists who will work together. You get 3 traitor.
Okay,
Like,
and that's kind of what I was thinking about. Is
they-
I'm like, and again, like just coming off of the Siege of Terra, this is where they really figure out that it takes like 50 humans to kill a traitor Space Marine, right?
Well, then I guess
So,
maybe one Tempestus sign is worth 10 people. I don't know what to tell you.
I guess so. I think that's the problem that I'm having with this, is that it feels so. I don't know. Like the fact that they were able to kill all of them was like, I guess. But I guess you're right. They're not really
Norrell
working together.
and killed like half a half a regiment.
Yes, but those were just normies.
Still, that's like some serious like video game main character energy going on. Like I can't die.
Yes, but we
I
already
can't die.
established that he wasn't necessarily the main character of the book. And I liked him a lot. I guess I just don't want him killing my Iron Warriors, you guys. Like,
Okay, what if it was Thousand Suns? Would you be cooler with it?
fuck yeah.
Okay, well there. As long as we
dust on the
established
ground.
that yes, it was just it was just because it's your Iron Warriors and that hurts you on the inside. I get it.
It did. I was like, no, they're stronger than this. They're tougher than this.
Wow, you even sound like an entitled and bitter Iron Warrior right now.
I'm very bitter, and you are the reason. Yes.
You smell of dirt and entitlement.
Very bitter, and you are the reason. I know, and I don't care. That's a very common refrain around our house, because I do love my Iron Warriors. I guess that's why I was a little salty. I was like, oh, they should have been better than this. I did like the idea though of the drink. I did like that it was the Iron Warriors who come to dig them out of a hive. I was like, yeah, that's fitting.
Right?
That's fitting.
Right?
Oh, you guys are buried under a hive? No problem.
We got this.
Oh, the Stygians are like, yeah, no problem. We'll deal with it. It's fine. No big deal. When they were describing the way that they looked, like the guy who had like the scaly stuff like in his hair, I was like, ew.
Yeah, I guess Zaleska is not unscarred anymore.
Ah, I did like that. Okay, can we say though, like how weird it was with her like crush on him?
No, hold on a second. You know what's even weirder? Was the Dark Mechanicus.
Okay. When she like hugs the Lasco, I was like, what?
It was
in the
just like
mommy
almost like
issues?
petting him on the head, like, calm down, my pretty. It's okay.
Calm
It's okay. It's like, what the hell is going on here?
I don't know. And look, it doesn't, not just because it's an Iron Warrior. If it had been a Thousand Sun and like, oh, come here, sweet my
No,
sweet child, I would
actually,
have been
not
like,
even a
what is
Thousand
going
Sun. But if
on?
it was a word bearer, I would have understood because remember Argyl's Hall? So
Okay, yeah, that's true.
so
Okay, fair. But no, I did not. That was weird.
it was weird.
That
And then
whole
it was
scene.
dropped. It was just so dropped and like,
It's never referenced again. The next
No.
time he's like, oh yeah, sorry, that was a little childish of me. And I was like, oh, did Mommy Mechanicus tell you that? Mech Mommy. I think I want that on a business card, Mommy Mechanicus. That was weird, especially because like he tries to pull back, but she's like holding him in and is
like, hush, hush, sweetie. It's gonna be okay. Mama's here. The shit.
I was okay with him throwing
I
a
was
temper
as-
tantrum too.
I was as uncomfortable listening to this because I was listening to it while I was going for a walk as Hurt was witnessing it. So
Oh my god. Like this is not what is going on. And it's okay, and I understand that because one of the things that I say a lot about a lot of the traitor legions is that, or even the loyalist space marines, they kind of are fundamentally broken humans.
right.
And we have seen, especially in anything written by ADB, he almost always writes with the Space Marines some type of female character with whom they bond or depend, right?
Mhm.
There's always like a sister or a motherly type character in there.
Okay.
But that That one in particular, what? From the Mechanicus, no less. I would expect the Mechanicus would have been like, could you please don't? And moved on with her life.
Yeah, there's a lot of emotions for a Mechanicus,
A lot of
especially
emotions.
for a dark Mechanicus. So,
Mm-hmm. I guess when you word it like that, it kind of makes the crush seem like
the crush didn't bother
I,
me because I was like, I could totally see that.
it was just weird. It was like, oh, okay, sure.
I
I
mean,
mean, same sister,
he'd
same.
be very confused by it. Like, I don't
Oh my
understand
god.
this.
I think the loyalists would be confused. I think the
Yep.
traitors would probably be like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, no, sister, unless unless you have 10 mechadendrites and want to hug me, let me call you mommy.
I guess.
Ugh, it was weird.
Yep.
And you're right. It like just never gets mentioned again. And she just kind of,
She just kind of exit stage left, and I was like, wait, whatever happened to her? I guess she just took the stuff and left. Cool, I guess.
yeah, I guess she was like, nope, actually, this is all ours. Yoink.
Sure, whatever.
Kind of is. I don't know. Yeah. She was weird in general.